Let me ask you something. Have you ever talked to someone and walked away feeling completely confused? Like you went into that conversation knowing exactly what happened. You were sure. You had no doubt in your mind. But somehow by the time that conversation ended, you were not so sure anymore. You started thinking, wait, maybe I did get it wrong. Maybe I am remembering it differently. Maybe I am just being too sensitive. Maybe I overreacted. And the crazy part, nothing they said actually made sense. But somehow you still ended up doubting yourself. If that has ever happened to you, I need you to stop and listen to this very carefully. You were not confused because you were wrong. You were confused because you were sitting across from a pathological liar, and pathological liars have one special skill above everything else. They do not just lie to you. They make you lie to yourself. They make you question your own eyes, your own ears, your own lived experience. And that right there is why dealing with them the normal way never works. But today that changes completely. I am going to walk you through exactly how to deal with a pathological liar step by step, without losing your mind, without endless arguments that go nowhere, and without letting them slowly pull you away from your own reality. And make sure you stay for step 5, because that is the one most people never figure out, and it is the one that changes absolutely everything. Before we get into the steps, I need to make sure you understand exactly what we are dealing with, because a pathological liar is not just someone who lies a lot. Everyone lies sometimes. Someone lies because they are scared of getting in trouble. Someone lies to avoid an awkward conversation. Someone lies to protect your feelings. Those are normal human things even if they are not great. A pathological liar is on a completely different level. A pathological liar will lie about things that do not even need to be lied about. They will lie about what time they woke up. They will lie about a conversation that happened an hour ago when you were both sitting right there. They will tell you it was raining outside when you can literally look out the window and see sunshine. And the most confusing part? When you catch them, they do not get embarrassed. They do not look away, they just lie again. Bigger, more confident, with more details added in, looking you straight in the eyes the whole time. For most pathological liars, the lying started very early in life. Maybe telling the truth as a child got them into serious trouble. Maybe lying was the only way to feel safe or get the love they needed. Over time, lying became automatic, like breathing. They do not even think about it consciously anymore. This does not mean you excuse it. It does not mean you allow it to keep hurting you. But understanding where it comes from stops you from wasting energy on approaches that will never work. Number 1. Stop trying to win the argument. I know this is hard to hear, especially when you know the truth, especially when the proof is right in front of you. But here is what always happens. You show them the evidence, they deny it. You show more evidence, they twist it. You get louder, they somehow get calmer. You start looking emotional and unstable while they look completely reasonable. And you walk away feeling worse than when you started. This is not an accident. This is a pattern they have been running their whole lives. A pathological liar has had years of practice at this game. Going up against them in an argument is like walking into a boxing ring against someone who has been training since they were 5. You will lose, not because you are wrong, but because they have had so much more practice. So you stop playing the game. When you catch a lie, you do not need to spend an hour proving it. You just quietly note it. You say to yourself, I see that. That was a lie, and you file it away. You are no longer trying to win. You are collecting information about who this person truly is. Every lie is a data point that tells you something real about them. That one mental shift will save you more energy than almost anything else on this list. Number 2. Learn to trust your own memory. This sounds simple, but when you are living around a pathological liar, it becomes one of the hardest things in the world. When someone lies to you over and over with complete confidence, and never cracks and never shows guilt, your brain starts to quietly wonder, what if I am wrong? What if I am the one remembering things badly? What if I keep seeing problems that are not there? This slow, quiet erosion of self-trust is one of the most damaging things a pathological liar does to you. And the scary part is it happens so gradually that most people do not notice until they are deep in it. So here is something simple and powerful you can start today. Write things down. Grab your phone, open your notes app. Every single time something happens that does not feel right, write it down immediately. What was said, what was done, the date, even small details. Not because you are building a case against anyone, but because you are building a strong anchor to your own reality. When your mind starts doubting itself, you go back to those notes and you see it clearly written in your own words. That simple habit is what keeps you grounded and stops a pathological liar from slowly rewriting your memories without you even realizing it. Your memory is worth protecting. Start treating it that way. Number 3. Stop trying to fix them. If you have a kind heart, this is probably the hardest step. When you understand that a pathological liar's behavior often comes from pain and fear and a difficult past, your natural instinct is to help. You think, if I am just patient enough, if I love them enough, maybe I can help them become more honest. So you try. You have gentle conversations. You share how their lying affects you. You give them chances. You forgive them again and again. But here is the truth that took many good people far too long to accept. You cannot love someone out of being a pathological liar. It is not about love, it is not about patience, it is not about finding the right words. Pathological lying is deeply rooted and it usually needs professional help to even begin to change. Not the kind of help you can give them no matter how much you care. Every time you try to fix them, two things happen. First, you exhaust yourself. Second, you give them more information about your emotions and reactions that they will use later without even thinking about it. You are not their therapist. You are not their solution. Stop carrying that weight. It was never yours. Okay, stop for 1 second. Think about how long you have been dealing with this person. Think about how many conversations you have walked away from feeling tired and confused and like something is just not right. How long has this been going on? If the answer is more than just a few times, the tiredness you feel is real, the confusion is real, and none of it is your fault. The next 3 steps are where things really shift. These are the ones that give you your power back. Number 4, change what you share with them. Most people never think about this, but it is one of the most practical things you can do immediately. You probably talk to this person like you would talk to anyone close to you. You share your plans, your worries, your personal life. You are open because that is just what you do with people you spend time with. But a pathological liar does not process that information the way a trustworthy person does. Every personal thing you share becomes material. They might use it to manipulate a situation later. They might repeat it to others in a twisted version. They might use your own words against you when you least expect it. So you start being more deliberate about what goes in. Think of it like a filter. You do not have to be cold or rude. You can still be friendly and warm. But your real plans, your real fears, your real emotions, those stay private. Those are for people who have earned that access. Casual conversation is fine. But the deep stuff stays close to your chest. The moment you start doing this consistently, you will feel an immediate difference in how much power their behavior has over your daily life. Number 5, decide exactly how much space this person gets in your life. This is the most important decision you will make. And the answer is not always to walk away completely. Sometimes this is your parent, your sibling, someone you work with every day, someone you genuinely love who has a deep problem they may not even fully understand themselves. In those situations, completely removing them might not be possible or even what you want. But what you can always control is the distance. Think of it like a volume knob, not an on and off switch. A knob you turn up or down depending on what you need. Less frequent contact, lighter conversations, less access to the emotional parts of your life. You keep them at a distance where their lying can no longer reach the things that truly matter to you. But I have to be honest about the other side too. If this person is causing you real harm, if your peace is constantly being stolen, if you feel anxious every single time you are around them and nothing ever changes, then the most loving thing you can do for yourself is to create serious distance or walk away entirely. Not in anger, not as revenge, but as a quiet act of self-respect. You are allowed to protect your peace. That is not selfishness, that is survival. Number 6, stop making their lying mean something about you. When someone lies to you over and over, it is natural to take it personally. You start asking yourself painful questions. Why do they keep lying to me? Am I not worth the truth? Did I do something to deserve this? Those questions feel important, but if you let them sit too long, they will quietly destroy you from the inside. Because here is the truth most people never fully land on. They do not lie to you because of you. They lie to everyone, their boss, their friends, strangers they just met, people they love, people they barely know. The lying is not targeted at you. It is a pattern they carry everywhere. It existed long before they ever met you. You did not create this. You cannot cure it. You are not the reason for it. The moment you truly believe that, something important shifts. You stop chasing their honesty like it is something you need to earn. You stop replaying conversations trying to figure out what you did wrong. You stop measuring your worth by whether they choose to tell you the truth. You start seeing their lying for exactly what it is, a reflection of something unresolved inside of them, nothing to do with your value as a person. That separation between their behavior and your identity is what finally gives you your freedom back. You can still care about someone and protect yourself from them at the same time. Those two things are not opposites. They can absolutely exist together. Let me pull this all together. Dealing with a pathological liar is not about catching every lie. It is not about finding the perfect argument that makes them finally admit the truth. It is not about being patient or loving enough to fix them. It is about protecting yourself while keeping your sanity intact. Stop the arguments you cannot win. Trust your memory and write things down. Let go of the idea that you can fix them. Be careful about what you share. Decide how much access they get and hold that line. And stop letting their lying say anything about who you are. Do all 6 of those things and a pathological liar will no longer have power over your peace. They can still be in your world if you choose. But they will not be living inside your head at 3 in the morning, making you question everything. You will know what is real. You will trust yourself. And nothing they say will ever shake that again. If this made you think of someone specific, drop a comment below. Just say I needed this today. I read every single one. Hit the like button if this helped. It takes 1 second and gets this in front of people who really need it.